gasket leak. Of course, leaking water in the one cylinder, not terribly bad, not so bad. It's not. I mean, I need to fix it, but I will when I have time. Right now, in your view, my view, there's a misconception about memorializing those who there's shit down everywhere. We had a pretty big storm come through here last night. About memorializing those that have died for your freedom, when just not the truth. There's very few that, in the big scheme of things, there's very few that have actually died for anything that has anything remotely to do with you. Even fewer that has anything directly to do with you. But you gotta sell the systems. You gotta sell the systems to the puppets. You can't sell the systems to the puppets. It won't be puppets. Because they'll open their eyes to the bigger picture. How many U.S. soldiers died in Afghanistan? Well, it was like 4,500, something like that. Versus the 300,000 Afghans that they killed. But there's unlimited Afghans willing to fight and die. There's a limited number of people who are willing to fight. What goes on in this country, but there's a mixed bag of why. At least overseas, there's not so many. Then there's some people who are just willing to kill just to be killing for no other reason than to kill. Christy has a cousin like that. He was going to go to Ukraine just to kill people. He didn't give a fuck. He didn't care about he knew it was a price. He knows he just wants to kill people. I don't know if you ever want or not. I haven't talked to him. I have to try to find out. But we should rename it because, when people think of Memorial Day today, they're not thinking of, people who died in the Revolutionary War or the War of 1812, which was lost, by the way. Kind of when Britain took control, took hold, and implemented Plan B. They think about Union soldiers in the Civil War. They don't think about the revolutionaries South that was just trying to do the very same thing that the revolutionaries they praised did, and say, hey, leave us alone. We just want to be left alone. But then the North didn't leave them alone. And then we have World War I, which was completely a stage, which then carried over to World War II, which we entered because that was our time to become Big Brother. And then of course Iraq 1, Iraq 2, and Afghanistan. If Saddam Hussein was such a bad guy, why didn't Big Bush off his ass? I mean, in 3 days that war was over. So why didn't they just go in and get Saddam and murk his ass then? Why? Because I'll tell you why. Because he was still playing the oil game. When he quit playing the oil game for the dollar, that's when they decided to murk his ass. And that's when Iraq 2 happened. Weapons of mass destruction. Still ain't found one. Almost 25 years later, and a lot of people died for no reason. And you don't see it so much here. A few people are missing a brother, a cousin, an uncle, a nephew, whatever. But there's whole lineages that are gone now due to people who are just willing to kill for no other reason than they're told to kill. Never question it, then justify what you did. There's a lot of people, if you keep an eye out, and every now and then you will hear people talk about how they were played and how they were misused. One of them being the 3 of 7 project that's mentioned it briefly, but the dude that killed Bin Laden, of all people, has came out and said that it wasn't what he was led to believe it was, and we know it wasn't. So if you want to go ahead and celebrate those who murdered the innocent, invaded murder people who don't immediately comply, then go ahead. But you're a bitch. You're a part of the problem. I've explained this before. China, if a couple of guys from Canada and a few guys from Mexico and a few dudes from Colombia ran into some planes into some buildings in China, and China decided this is the best time to fight terrorism and to spread some communism. And they came with the good old United States of America, the land of the free, home of the brave, and to spread some communism, and they invaded along with their allies, North Korea and Russia. I'm sure that you would bow down and obey. Quite sure of that. Most people would. In all seriousness, most people would. I'm not being funny about that. They would take the path of least resistance. And that's the same thing that we did with Afghanistan. You killed 300,000 people looking for one dude that wasn't even fucking Afghanistan. Okay, and Afghanistan's a worse place now than it was before we entered it. I don't agree with the shit that goes on there, but you know what? I'm not there. I'm here. We have enough problems of our own here that we need to solve. And it just, I understand military might. I understand force multipliers. I understand, battle planning to a certain degree, and a few other things. But what I don't understand is we have millions, literally millions, because everybody's a veteran now. Even if you never fought, as long as you were signed up to something, you're a veteran. Which I call bullshit, but whatever floats your boat, whatever makes you feel more like a man, like calling somebody a bitch on the internet. There's a lot of that going on lately. But I don't let people I know do that once. I don't let bitches ever do it. Anyway, I just think it's another Hallmark holiday, man. And it's just more of that indoctrinating you. If you believe that, all the soldiers that died and so doing some good shit, then you're a fucked up human being. And there's something morally and ethically wrong with you, like deep within you. And you should rethink that shit and rethink where you stand upon certain shit. But the same people that are, barbecuing today, barbecuing the ribs. Some people are saving the ribs for the great fake "We Are Still Free from Britain" day, getting ready to come up. It was once justified, and it's no longer. You need to get rid of all those holidays. It's just double time for the government workers. That's all it is at this point. You might get a day off. But I don't know. I just think it's weird. Weird at best. Downright perverted and sick at worst. And I don't see why, to any degree. If somebody was standing in your front yard defending your home, or on your shores, even look at World War II. World War II wasn't about when they bombed Pearl Harbor. That wasn't about bombing me and you. That was about bombing the military. That was what that was about. So, were those dudes fighting for us? You can make that argument, and I'll let you slide on it, even though it's not totally factually true. But then they did fight the Japanese on the Aleutian Islands, and those dudes. Now those dudes were fighting for their homeland, and those who died there, they deserve everybody's respect. Anything else though, not so much. I can't buy into that. Not today. Not today, anyway. Maybe when I'm a boomer and destroying shit, because money is what means most to me. Maybe then I'll be able to buy into it. But not today. Patriot Killer, aka Gano, aka the Practical Rifleman. If somebody slips up and calls me a bitch, I will let it slide one time if I like you. I don't like you. I don't like anything about you. And when you do it on the internet, it makes me like you even less. Especially when you go to the degree to hide who you are, like you do. You don't post your home address publicly for people to know. You don't do it. I did it. And then you come creeping by, or at least you said, I never said it was you. You said it was you. Come creeping by my house when I just magically knew you were in Tennessee before you ever made a video about it. I just magically knew you were in my hometown. Yet you didn't stop by to say hi. Well, that's a true bitch. If I was going to drag my ass all the way to Missouri to your town and drive by your house, I would definitely stop by and say hi to you. For some reason, not you though. But why all the fake accounts? We know it's you by what you say. We know that. Just by the shit that you say. So why don't you just use your real account? And then it doesn't do much good to leave a comment and then either delete that comment or block me from, I don't know, it's weird shit. He's a fucking weirdo. You're a weirdo. He's like, and listen, lurking coast to coast is never really going to like you, buddy. But what you should do is just get it over with and go ahead and ask him to, just ask him if you can touch him. He might let you. He might. I mean, I don't know. I don't know the dude's intimate secrets. However, he may just let you give him a reach around. But just quit dicking around about it and just fucking ask him. Quit being a bitch. Then yes, you're a true bitch. I don't say anything on the internet I wouldn't say to somebody's face. Not once have I ever said anything on the internet that I would say to somebody's face. But we become a society where we can say shit on the net and then you don't have to be accountable for what you say. Like, not enough people are punched in the mouth anymore. I got a bug in my truck. Get out, Buggy. Oh, that's a wasp, man. I don't want you in here. You gotta go. You gotta go, friend. Come on. All right, I gotta go too. We got some work to do. Peace.